Chapter 22 Toads and Tiaras. It starts with Lincoln and Lola practicing for something. Lola is showing her poster. Good, and turn, says Lincoln on a megaphone. Lola turns to the viewers. And wave. Lola waves to the viewers. More teeth, Lola gives an oversized grin. Less teeth, Lola turns it down a bit with a nice pearly white smile. Excellent, keep it up, says Lincoln, wearing a headband that says Go Lola on it. Me and Vere walk to the loud house and we see Lincoln helping Lola. Hey, Lincoln, I say. Hey, JD, Vere. You might be wondering why I'm helping Lola practice for a beauty contest. Well, tomorrow is the Little Miss Prim and Perfect pageant, and the winner gets the greatest prize ever: 2 season passes to Dairyland Amusement. Amusement. So like amusement. Amusement Park. That's one for Lola and one for Coach. I've been working my butt off all week to make sure she wins, says Lincoln. A montage shows Lincoln prepping up Lola. First, he applies blush onto her face. Achoo, says Lola, sneezes Lola. Her sneeze gets glitter all over Lincoln. Second, she spits out her 2 front teeth retainer for Lincoln to brush. Oh, God, says Lincoln, grossed out. He starts brushing. Third, he irons her dress with his left hand, brushes her hair with his right, and paints her nails with his right foot. Paints her nails with his right foot, as she lays in bed in a robe, with cucumbers on her eyes and white bunny slippers. End montage. Lincoln uses a lint catcher as Lola passes. It's been a long, hard road, but once we get to Dairyland, it'll all be worth it, says Lincoln. Boy, it sounds like you've been busy, I say. I have a feeling that it will all pay off, says Vere. If JD's here, it's not a bad bet to make. I've never been to Dairyland before. That sounds like a really fun place. Really? It sounds like Disney, but for milk. Or cows. Whatever. I say. Me neither, says Vere. A frog passes by and Lana is chasing it. Get back here, Hops, exclaims Lana. Lana passes by Lincoln and Lola, unknowingly splashing mud onto them. Lincoln quickly raises Lola to prevent her from getting dirty, causing him to get covered completely in mud. He lowers Lola as she looks back at Lincoln. Lana, watch out! Do you know how hard it is to steam clean chiffon? Asks Lincoln. Blah, 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 says Lana, going back into the house. Okay, Lola, let's move on to your walk. Remember what Gil DeLilly says in his best-selling book, Unlocking Your Inner Pageant Queen, to win the day you must sashay, says Lincoln, wiping off the mud and reading a book. I know how to walk, Lincoln, says Lola. As she practices her walk, Lincoln notices a loose bottle of hairspray on the ground. Uh-oh, I say. Lola steps and slips, and the rest of the scene plays in slow motion. No, says Lincoln, trying to save Lola, but it's too late. Lola lands on the ground with a nasty thud. Ooh, that's going to leave a mark, I say, wincing. I can't help but notice that JD here is certainly likes to pick and choose when he uses his powers to help people, right? Because God knows if it was Lincoln who was about to slip on the hairspray, he would have forced it away, used the force, thrown it away, maybe some other power, like specifically hairspray telekinesis. Stupid crap like that. It's whatever. No. Who am I to question uh, such an amazing person? Lola starts crying, and Vere takes her inside and places her on the sofa. What a great person. Rita comes into the living room and sees Lola crying. What happened? Asks Rita. Lola slipped after stepping on a can of hairspray, and she hit the concrete, says Vere. It hurts, Lola cries in pain. What hurts, Lola? Asks Vere. My arm and leg, says Lola. Vere looks at her left arm and right leg, and they are purple and swollen. Oh yeah, they're broken. Okay. This should make the swelling go down, says Vere. Vere used her water powers and made the swelling go down. Is that it? I'm like so certain that like her healing powers are better than that. Hey, if in the future Vere ever uses her healing water powers to, I don't know, close like a wound, then again, all the main characters are probably too perfect to be hurt, right? God, whatever. Okay. Miss Rita, can you get the first aid kit? I say, because, that's not obvious, I suppose. Sure, Viri, are you a nurse? Asks Rita for some reason. No, but I want to become one. I've been taking lessons from Lisa, says Viri. Well, Lisa's, I don't doubt that she'd know about medical stuff, but she's more of like a scientist than a doctor. But who cares? Who cares? You definitely know what you're doing. Well, it's easy when you've got magical healing water powers, isn't it, Rita? Lisa, can you bring your X-ray machine? I ask. Lisa came with her X-ray machine and took a picture of Lola's arm and leg. Lisa looks at the X-ray. It appears to be a hairline fracture in the left ulna, ulna. I say ulna of the arm and the right fibula of the leg. She'll have to rest for 3 weeks, no doubt. Thank you, Lisa, says Viri. Rita comes back with first aid kit, and Viri wraps Lola's arm and leg in a cast and takes her up to her room and put her leg in a sling. Because why would Rita do that? What is Rita like? Is Rita like Lola's mom or something? Is that something that Rita might do? Because she's, Lola's mother? No. Viri's the mermaid with water powers who apparently wants to be a nurse and is married to quite possibly the coolest guy in the world. Or fiance. They're not married yet. They want to wait till they're older. God, I hate this. Now you get plenty of rest, Lola. Those bones need to heal, says Viri. Thanks, Viri, sniffles Lola. Anytime, Lola, says Viri. I know of a good solution, I say. Yeah, how about you use your healing powers to heal her? I pull out a special remote control. This is a call buzzer, Lola. Now, if you need anything, just push this red button, I say. I press it, and it makes a shrill buzz. It can be heard anywhere in the house, and Mr. Lin, Miss Rita, or one of your sisters will come to you. I say. Thanks, JD, says Lola. You're welcome, little princess. Don't call other people a little princess. Like, if it was like your sister, maybe, but come on. Come on. Be realistic. Lola is now severely injured and resting in bed. Okay, minor setback. We can still win this thing, says Lincoln. Wake up and smell the hairspray, Lincoln. It's over, says Lola. Are they gonna have to use Lana? Right? Is this gonna be like, oh yeah, well, Lana is Lola's twin, so what if we just dressed her up all nice? That's probably what's gonna happen. You can't just quit. We worked hard on this, says Lincoln, desperate. There will be other pageants, says Lola. But not with Dairyland tickets, says Lincoln, forlorn. Lincoln, I need my beauty rest. As your pal, Gil DeLilly would say, I can't recover if you're going to hover, says Lola. Lincoln is gathering up all the pageant supplies. I can't believe I learned to French braid for nothing, says Lincoln. I'm sorry, Lincoln, says I say. But Lola's gonna be okay, says Marie. That's not important. Lana picks up the Lana picks up the practice tiara. Hey, Lincoln, you done with this? I could use the scrap metal for welding, says Lana. Lincoln takes a look at Lana, gasps with inspiration, and switches her cap out. Okay, well, that's pretty. And switches her cap out with the tiara. A heavenly image with 4 comic strip characters as angels tooting horns appear as a choir sings. Hallelujah, sings the choir. Lincoln looks up with hope in his eyes. Why are you looking at me like that? Asks Lana. Lana, how would you like a season pass to Dayland? Asks Lincoln. The same heavenly background appears again, with Lana gasping with joy. Hallelujah, sings the choir. Don't tour with me, Lincoln, says Lana, fighting the temptation. Oh, I see what he's going to do, I say, in my head. Thanks for the input. I'm not. All you have to do is one teensy tiny little thing, says Lincoln. What is it? I'll do anything, says Lana, desperate. You just have to take Lola's place in the Miss Prim and Perfect pageant and win, says Lincoln. Are you kidding me? Blah. Do you know who you're talking to? Says Lana, nauseated. Someone who's going to love Dairyland's newest ride, says Lincoln, determined, showing a pamphlet of the ride. The Milkshaker. It's so fast you can barf, fly around a loop, and get hit in the face with said barf. Super. Whoa, that's like a NASA gravity simulator centrifuge. I say, because I'm so smart. Darn you, Lincoln. I am in. I am in, says Lana, giving in. But wait, what if Lola finds out? You know what she's capable of, says Lana, worried with realization. An image of Lola looking looking on demonically with hellfire in the background, is shown as a satanic cultist choir chants. Me, Marie, Lincoln, and Lana shudder with terror. She will kill us if she finds out. Oh, not you, JD. I don't think anyone could even hurt you. She won't find out, I promise, says Lincoln. They shake on it, with Lana getting mud on Lincoln's hand. Blech. First off, we gotta clean you up. Dirt on your face gets you last place, says Lincoln. Lincoln sneaks into the twins' room and takes out one of Lola's dresses. She wakes up. What, what are you doing with that? Asks Lola. Oh, this? Just getting it dry cleaned. You keep healing, sunshine, says Lincoln nervously. Lincoln leaves and Lola looks on, still suspicious. Lana is now wearing the dress. What is this weird sparkly towel? Asks Lana. It's called a dress. It's called a dress, Lana. Now hold still while I work my magic, says Lincoln, spraying and combing Lana's hair. Ugh, it smells like princess farts, says Lana. It's supposed to smell like that, Lana, I say. The spray makes its way over to the twins' room. Lola smells it and heads to the bathroom with a sinister look on her face. She barges in and finds Lincoln with his shirt off and spraying his armpits with the spray. Oh, hey Lola, your hairspray makes a great deodorant. It really covers up that musky man smell, Lincoln says. Hmm, says Lola, leaving. Lincoln and Lana sigh with relief. Woo, that was a close one, says Marie. Help me get my arms unstuck, says Lincoln. You're gonna feel some slight discomfort, and, says Lana. Lana rips Lincoln's arms apart? Or from their pits, which makes him scream in agony? Whatever. Ooh, ouch, I say, wincing. Yikes, says Marie. Lincoln's room. Laney, Lily, and Woody. uh, I'd almost forgotten. And Woody are with us. Laney, I don't know about this, guys. If Lola finds out, she will destroy us, says Laney. Yeah, Lola has a fiery temper, says Woody, apparently having been here long enough. Like, come on. Like, it's been, what, 2 chapters? Can it not have a little bit of continuity, right? Like, Woody's all like, what? What's wrong with Lola? And they tell her why they're all afraid of Lola. And then, boom. Basic, basic character development. I don't think I'm asking too much here. Better yet, just don't include Woody. Really, like, come on. I love Woody. I love Woody and everything, but we don't need Woody in this story. Don't worry, she won't find out. Time to work on what Gil DeLilly calls the 3 walks. Walk, wave, and work it. The 3 W's. Walk, wave, and work it. My bad, says Lincoln. Lana walks and waves with a smile. Okay, we're walking, we're waving, but we're just not working it, says Lincoln. This is uncomfortable to read a little. Lana tries posing attractively. Ah, okay, and how old is she? Pretty sure she's one of the younger ones, but let's ignore that. But some tools fall out of her dress. Tools in your dress? Seriously? Asks Lincoln. Handyman's code, Lincoln. Always be prepared, says Lana. That's true, and a good doctor must know exactly what to do as well. What? What? It's like she's a professional at making things about herself. I, I mean, whatever, you know? Hey, I mean, we need Marie's input. She's an important character after all. You're not a handyman, you're a pageant queen, says Lincoln. A snow shovel pours out of Lana's dress, and Lincoln looks at her disappointed. What? It's supposed to snow tonight, says Lana. She's right, I can feel it. Awesome. I say. Lincoln facepalms. Now they're rehearsing the Q&A portion of the pageant. Lola, what can a 6-year-old do to make the world a better place? Asks Lincoln, using a hairbrush for a mic. Um, Lana starts scratching her butt. Lana, you can't scratch your butt, says Lincoln. What? It helps me think, says Lana. Well, knock it off. Those who scratch lose the match, says Lincoln. The talent portion. Okay, talent portion. What you got? Asks Lincoln. Lana plays a ditty with her armpit. Me and Ray laugh. Good one, Lana, I say. Impressive, but I'm gonna pass, says Lincoln, pulling out something from his supplies. How about a ribbon dance? It shows elegance and poise. Excuse me while I go barf, says Lana reluctantly. Lana, I'm busting my hump trying to turn you into a pageant queen, and all I'm getting is lip. Don't you want those Dairyland tickets or not? Okay, you're right, says Lana. As Gil says, She who gives tood. Lincoln gets cut off. Lana slaps the book out of his hand. I already agreed. A training montage commences. Lincoln performs a perfect ribbon dance, but Lana gets tied up in her ribbon. He teaches her how to curtsy. Yeah, curtsy. And she lifts her dress up too high. Weird. He shows her how to walk elegantly, and she gets the hang of it but trips and regains her composure. She masters curtsying, the three W's, and the ribbon dance. Lincoln is so moved at her improvement, and the toys all give her a perfect score. Woohoo! Lana, look at you. You've done it. You're prim and perfect, says Lincoln. I never thought I'd say it, but this feels pretty good. I don't even mind the sparkly towel, says Lana. Excuse me? Meavery, Laney, Lily, Woody, Lincoln, and Lana all say Dairyland. Here we come. It's 2 tickets, isn't it? It's only 2, or is it just like sharing the camaraderie? Whatever. The next day at the pageant, Meavery, Laney, Lily, Woody, Lincoln, and Lana arrive, and Lana is a little worried about the competition. Whoa, look at those girls. They're all so clean and sparkly, says Lana. They are so cute, says Marie. Well, so are you. You're as good as any of them, says Lincoln. A cameraman walks by. Wow, it's going to be broadcasted? Neat, I say. I didn't know this was going to be on TV. Good thing Good thing we don't get the Princess Channel, says Lincoln. Unfortunately, Mr. Loud has just ordered the Princess Channel so that Lola can watch the pageant and is treating her with milk and cookies to make her feel better. Thanks for getting me the Princess Channel, Daddy. God, what is my life devolved into? Says Lola, sweetly grateful. No problem, sweetie. It was either that or the sports channel, and who needs that, huh? Says Lynn Sr., walking off lamenting. The pageant starts. Welcome to Little Miss Prim and Perfect Pageant. I'm your host, Donnie Dufresne. Dufresne. I'll say Dufresne. Let's meet America's junior sweethearts. Hailing from Royal Woods, Miss Lola Loud. Lana waves. Lola spits out her milk in shock and gasps. What is going on? Exclaims Lola. I'd like to thank my coach and brother Lincoln, says Lana. Lincoln waves to her and the camera. Lincoln, I should have known, says Lola, furious. And I just want to say it is great to be here, says Lana belches. Sorry we're downwind of that, Donnie, says Lana, nudging Donnie's arm. They're ruining me, and they will pay, says Lola, lividly limping off to the pageant. Woo! Sports channel, here I come, says Lynn Sr., changing the channel order. In the audience chairs, in the audience chairs, I sense something. I sense a disturbance. I sense a disturbance in the force. I say. What is it? Asks Furry. Oh no, has Lola found out? Asks Laney. Yes, she has, I answer. Oh boy, here comes trouble, says Woody. What the fuck is the Woody fucking here? Oh no, we got to get Lincoln out of here, says Lily. Lana has finished up her introduction and heads backstage. I'm losing it. Lana, what are you thinking? Remember what Gil says, if you belch on stage, the judges will rage, says Lincoln. Gil actually has a rhyme for that? Asks Lana. That's why he's a pageant powerhouse. Now, the evening gown competition is next. If we want to win those tickets, we cannot afford any more slip-ups, says Lincoln. Lana nods in agreement as she performs her evening gown. She steps on a loose floorboard and stops. I, she performs her evening gown, or she performs in her evening gown? Because I'm like 99% certain a gown is a dress. Yeah, who cares? She steps on a loose floorboard and stops. Whoa, hang on, everybody. Loose floorboard, says Lana, taking out a hammer and nailing it back into place. That'll hold. Carry on. Her opponents condescendingly giggle at her handyman skills. Let me guess. It's those skills that are gonna win her the pageant, right? Like, oh, she's so unique, and that's what they want. Whatever. Lana, what's next? We talked about the tools. What was that? We talked about the tools, my bad, says Lincoln. I couldn't help it. Fixing stuff is what I do, says Lana. You're supposed to be prim and perfect. Now, do you want to go to Dayland and get hit in the face with your own barf or not? I know you can do this. The interview is next. Go out there and nail it, says Lincoln. Lana takes out her hammer. Not with that. The interview portion. Lola, what can a 6-year-old do to eliminate the national debt? Asks Donnie. Um, Lana prepares to scratch her butt to think. No, 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 repeats Lincoln frantically. Fortunately, Lana controls herself. Plenty, Donnie. Just because we're six doesn't mean we can't make a difference, says Lana. The audience applauds. Just then, Hops hops out hops out of the frog. Hops out of Lana's dress. Oh, Hops! Exclaims Lana. The frog lands on the judge's desk, and Lana lunges at him to get him back, causing a ruckus. Lola has made her way to the pageant hall, still enraged. Lana, what is the problem? We went over everything in Gil's book, and the companion DVD and the podcast. How are you still not getting it? Asks Lincoln. I'm sorry, Lincoln, no matter what I do. I can't be prim and perfect like these girls. Maybe there's something wrong with me, says Lana, starting to feel bad about herself to the point where she'll cry. No, not Lana. Hops on top of her and looks at Lincoln, ashamed of his behavior and intention. Lincoln realizes his follies. Lana, wait. There's nothing wrong with you. I'm the one who messed up. I got so caught up in winning those tickets, I turned into Gil de Lilly, who, when you stop to think about it, probably needs to get a life, says Lincoln. Yeah, but still, why can't I be like them? Asks Lana. Now's our chance to warn Lincoln. Come on. Is it? Is now your chance to warn Lincoln? I think he's in like a pretty important talk with his sister, but whatever. Meavery, Laney, Woody, and Lily sneak into the backstage. Hey, wait, why is Lily there? Right, no, because Lily's the baby who turned into a 10-year-old. Because you're you. You're messy and muddy and keep a lot of reptiles in your pants. But that's what makes you awesome. And I was crazy to try and change you, says Lincoln. Lana hugs her brother in forgiveness. Aw, thanks, Lincoln. Wow, how touching. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lola Loud and her fabulous ribbon dance, says Donnie. Oh, that's me. I'll do my best, says Lana. Forget the ribbon dance. Why don't you go do your own talent? Asks Lincoln. Really? Okay, but we can kiss those Dairyland tickets goodbye, says Lincoln. Lana, my bad. I don't care about them anymore. Go be yourself, says Lincoln. Lana takes off her prim and perfect outfit and returns to her own appearance, ready to take the stage. Meavery, Laney, Woody, and Lily arrive. Lincoln, you're in grave danger. Lola is coming, so I say. What? How do you know? The force told me. How do you know? Asks Lincoln. The force told me, I respond. Lola barges in and looks for Lincoln. Lana is on stage with Hops. Yo, Hops, give me a bass line, says Lana. Hops starts croaking, and Lana starts doing a little jam while snapping her fingers, doing fart noises and scratching her butt. It's a kid's show. It's originally a kid's show. Come on, we gotta get out of here, Lincoln, says Ray. But I can't leave Lana. She's my sister, says Lincoln. But it was too late. Lola grabs him and holds Lincoln against the wall with her crutch. And this is your other sister. And this is your other sister? What? Okay. Wait, it's my fault, not Lana's. It was all my idea, says Lincoln. Lana finishes her talent act, and the crowd goes wild. I've worked 4 years to build my pageant reputation, and you just ruined it, says Lola. Lola, calm down, says Laney. Oh, I think. Whew. And the winner is Lola Loud, announces Donnie. Woohoo! Cheers Lincoln. Lola smiles in amazement. Lana comes in with the victory tiara on her head and sees her twin. Oh my god, I'm losing it. Lola! I'm so sorry I pretended to be you. Please don't be mad at me, says Lana. I don't like what you did, but you did win, and I respect a winner, says Lola. Lana hugs her in relief. Lana takes the tiara off. I think this belongs to you. No, you earned it. You both did. And the Dairyland ticket, says Lola. Lincoln and Lola both look on in awe at Lola's magnanimous gesture. Magnanimous. Magnanimous gesture, with the heavenly image once again accompanying this triumph. Hallelujah, hallelujah, sings the choir. Meavery, Laney, Lily, Woody, Lincoln, and Lana hug each other and say, We're going to Dairyland. No, you're not. It's 2 tickets for Lincoln and Lana. The doors open, and a snowflake and a little flickering flame. What? Oh god, it's gonna be another superpower. The doors open, and a snowflake with a little flickering flame came in, and they fly backstage. The snowflake landed on Lana, and the flame landed on Lola, and they glowed. Lana was in a tornado made of snow and ice, and Lola was in a tornado of pure fire. Lola's injuries were being healed. That's fucking awesome, dude. What's going on? I ask. Another choosing process is happening, says Laney. Well, duh. The tornadoes died down and Lana got up first. Whoa, what happened? I feel weird, says Lana. Lana, this is what happened to Lori and Lily. A snowflake touched you, and you were in a tornado of snow and ice, says Laney. What? Let me see here. Lana then threw a blast of snow, and the wall became frozen in ice. What? I have ice powers? Awesome! Exclaimed Lana. Let me check here. I say, I check my legends book, and find something interesting. Lana, you've gotten ice powers because of the snowflake of Kion. I'm gonna say Kion, the goddess of snow in Greek mythology. Once every 500 years, Kion sends a snowflake that is imbued with her powers and winged flight, and a worthy soul is chosen by the purity of their hearts. Winged. Okay, cool. So everybody just has fucking angel wings. Even the mermaid. I remember. I remember saying that. I remember reading that it. Who cares? I'm so happy for Lola and Lana. Neat, says Lana. Lola got up next. What hit me? Asks Lola, seeing that her arm and leg are healed. I'm all healed up, but I feel weird. Lola touched the wood floor and they saw smoke coming from her hand And I'm gonna say, even though this is all pretty stupid, I really would have expected like the reverse, right? I feel like Lana's more fire and Lola's more, I guess I'm just thinking of Elsa in her snow dress. I think it would fit the pageant queen caricature rather well. Awful, awful. It's ruined the reading for me. Anyways, Lola touched the wood floor and they saw smoke coming from her hand. Lola, you're burning the floor, says Lily. Lola saw this and she saw a black burned handprint on the floor. What happened? Asks Lola. Lola, you went through the same thing as Lori and Lily. A small flame touched you, and you were in a tornado of fire, says Laney. What? Are you sure, Laney? Asks Lola. I'm positive, answers Laney. Let me see. Lola holds out her hand, and a fireball is shot out at the wall, and it sets it on fire, and Lily extinguishes it with her water powers. Whoa, that is hot, says Woody. I mean, I understand what he means. It's just a little weird, you know? I have fire powers, says Lola. I wonder when Woody's gonna get powers. Even though, he's. Who cares? It appears you do, says Rui. I looked through my book. Lola, you got fire powers because of the flame of Gabija. Gabija. I'll just say Gabija. The spirit of fire in Lithuanian mythology. Just all corners of the world, huh? It says that once every 750 years. Why? Okay, why is it always once in every super long time? Who cares? A person that has intense rage. Okay, I guess that makes sense. And a massive fire burning inside their heart will be chosen and be imbued with the powers of fire as well as winged flight. We can't forget winged flight. All these different mythologies and all these different powers from all these different corners of the world all have winged flight. It's very obvious. This is so weird, but how will I explain this to everyone back home? Same way that like Lily and Lainey and who was it, Lori did, right? They say, "Oh, I've got powers," and everybody's like, "Okay," and they go back to their day because nobody really gives a shit because it's not that because you can't. I guess JD is not at all good at expressing like wonder and amazement, or at least not prolonged wonder and amazement. Because believe it or not, I would be pretty like uh, awestruck if one of my siblings or friends just randomly got superpowers. I would be all like, "What? Are you sure? Are you kidding me?" And at least for a few days, I'd be asking questions. I'd be like, "What if we do this? Can you shoot fire out of your eyes?" I don't know. It would not be just okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe I gotta give him benefit of the doubt. I'm losing it. Um, we'll think of something, but Lana, Lola, the key to controlling your new powers is love. It worked for me, Lori, and Lily, and it can work for you both as well, says Laney. Come on, guys, let's go to Dairyland, I say. Dairyland, me, Veri, Laney, Lily, Lincoln, and Lana are getting on the milkshaker. Even though it was only 2 tickets, we've got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. Ha ha ha. Ha. I mean, with this many people, right? With this many people, you'd think they would have brought Lola, right? You'd think, but no, they brought JD and Vri, who both had nothing to do with like the training or the pageant. They brought Lainey. Oh, well, she's the one everyone likes, and Lily. It's just, wait, why? Woody couldn't go because there was a height limit. Fucking. But I'm sorry. How tall is Lana? How tall? Lana's 6, dude. Is Woody like actually the size of a woodpecker? I thought he was bigger than that. I'm so angry. Lincoln says to the viewers, "Well, I've learned two very valuable lessons. One, you should never try to turn someone into something they're not. And two, if you ever ride the milkshaker, keep your mouth closed." True to that, I say. The ride starts and everyone on it gets green around the gills, and Lincoln throws up and gets hit by his own barf. "Awesome," says Lana. "Oh, yuck," I say. "My mouth was wide open," says Lincoln. The end. Another fanfiction complete. Lola and Lana now have powers too. You don't say. I have some more things planned and I hope you like them. I won't. Until next time, this is JD signing off. Fucking wonderful. Chapter 23 The Louds and the Eds. Warning, this fanfiction contains mentions of rape. What? We. It starts at Royal Woods Elementary School as everyone was getting ready for the first What? Mrs. Johnson, okay, class, I have a special announcement. We have 3 new students joining our class today, so please give a warm Royal Woods welcome to Ed, and Eddie. Oh, wonderful. Okay, and this. What? How do we even get there? It's. We've got the loud. Okay, so what do we have, right? We've got the self insert of JD. We've got the universe of the Loud House. We've got, I guess, technically the universe of Woody Woodpecker, another universe of Ed, and Eddie. All confirmed right now, currently. How does this have anything to do with rape? I'm no, I'm genuinely curious. You know what? Please give a warm Royal Woods welcome to Ed, and Eddie. They moved here from Peach Creek, Georgia, so make them feel welcome. Ed, why don't you sit next to Liam? Ed, why don't you sit next to Lincoln? And Eddie, why don't you sit next to Zach? Don't mind if I do, says Ed. I'd be delighted, says Ed with 2 D's. Should I? Okay, should I? You know what? Screw it. I'm not going to bother. Sure, says Eddie. The Eds took their seats. Lincoln decided to become Lincoln decided to become friends with them. I don't feel comfortable knowing that apparently a rather serious topic is just going to get whatever. Hello, I'm Lincoln Loud, says Lincoln to Ed. It's a pleasure to meet you, Lincoln. My name is Edward, but with is my name is Edward, but with 2 D's. My friends like to call me Double D. Says Ed. Maybe I should call him Edward. I'll forget. Good nickname. What was Peach Creek like before you moved to Royal Woods? I asks Lincoln. It was a great place to call home, but due to recent events, we decided to move away, says Ed. What happened? Asks Lincoln. We don't like to talk about it very much. Anyway, oh no, is that what happened? Oh God. Anyway, the name's Eddie. Oh right, yes. The name's Eddie. It's a pleasure to meet you, Lincoln, says Eddie. Same here, Eddie, says Lincoln. My name is Ed. I can tell we're going to be good friends, Lincoln, says Ed. Me and Marie were then having lunch with Lincoln, Ronnie, Ann, Clyde, Rusty, Liam, Zach, Lucy, Laney, Lana, and Lola, and Lisa, and the 3 Eds. Not at school, right? Because I don't think that they do not all go to the same school. So you guys moved here? That's cool. Welcome to Royal Woods, I say. Thank you, JD. Look at that. He first thank you of this newly introduced character. What are your favorite foods, Ed? Asks Vuri. I like buttered toast, gravy, and jawbreakers, says Ed. Are they those tiny jawbreakers? Asks Clyde. No way. Those are pathetic. We're like the big ones that are the size of basketball, says Eddie. Honestly, I've always wanted one of those. And I'm watching Ed, Ed and Eddie. My sugar coated brain when I was like 4, or whatever. That big? The Those must be really good, says Laney. They are delicious, Laney, says Ed. So, Double D, why do you wear that hat all the time? Asks Lincoln. Liam. He never takes it off because he has a hideous feature that he hides. Says, sorry, Double D, says Eddie. You're just gonna do that? Seems like a pretty. Okay, it can't be that bad, can it? I ask. Ed sighed and took off his hat, and we saw a hideously horrific sight that's so hideous that we can't show it. Ah, my eyes, they burn! I scream and cover my eyes. I think I'm going to be sick, says Ree. Lincoln, Ronnie, Ann, Laney, Lucy, Lily, Lola, and Lana, Lisa, Clyde, Liam, and Zach went to the trash cans and threw up. Ed put his hat back on, and we all sat back down. Wonderful. Okay, I stand corrected. I'm sorry we asked, Double D. I say. What do you mean you stand corrected? You said it couldn't be that bad. Is this supposed to be funny? It's not funny, JD. None of it's funny. Especially since we're about to talk about rape. In fact, I see it now. Alright, whatever. I think I'm gonna, sorry. No, it's alright, JD, says Ed. Okay, so, what made you want to move to Royal Woods, I ask? Well, it was because we had 3 delinquent sisters that lived in a trailer park, not far from where we used to live, says Eddie. Their names were Lee, Marie, and May Kanker, says Ed. The Kanker sisters? I've read about them. How? What? They were arrested and sentenced to 4 years in the Atlanta Juvenile Correctional Facility for first-degree attempted rape. Yeah, that's them, says Eddie. What's rape? Asks Lincoln. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. The fact that that might be the most realistic thing that JD has ever done with any of these characters. I truly don't believe Lincoln would know about rape. And the fact that he shouldn't know about rape is all the more reason why this shouldn't be even written about. Why? Who would think about this? Is this like something that actually happened somehow? And it's just like unfortunately true? Or is this JD thinking this was at all the appropriate direction to take the horrible evil Kanker sisters? I think this is going to be another two chapter one. If I'm being honest, I really thought, oh, push through. No, no, no. God, I'm going to lose my voice. I whisper what rape is into Lincoln's ear, and he turned red and hid under the table. Oh, so embarrassing not knowing about rape. Why would you turn red? You turn red when somebody tells you what sex is, right? You turn solemn and sad that such an awful act exists in the world when somebody tells you about rape. God. We were chased out of the cul-de-sac when Eddie's latest scam for money to buy jawbreakers went wrong because of me, says Ed. You scammed your friends to buy jawbreakers? Asks Free. Yeah, and because of that we had to run, says Ed. Kevin, Johnny, 2x4, Rolf, and Naz set out to hunt us down like wild animals, says Eddie. The Vengeance Express was out to get you, I say. And they won't stop until they pulverized you into oblivion until there was nothing left, says Lucy. We decided to seek shelter in the house of Eddie's brother, says Ed. But isn't this from the movie? Yeah, or maybe not the movie, but just like the long episode, maybe the finale. Jimmy and Sarah told the Cankers that they found us at Mondo Agogo amusement park, says Eddie. You went all the way to the Mondo Agogo seaside amusement park all by yourselves? That's crazy, I say. Lincoln came back out from under the table. I know, but we found my brother's home in the amusement park. He lives in a mobile home that's shaped like a whale. But everyone in our neighborhood showed up, and I was happy to see my brother when he came. But he was a complete and total jerk to me throughout my childhood. The reason I became a greedy and selfish jerk was because my brother bullied me a lot, and it ruined me. I made everything about my brother because I wanted everyone to think I was cool. He did teach me how to scam kids, but everything else was a lie. He used to beat me up all the time when I was young. Eddie, that's horrible, I say. It's times like these that I'm glad I stopped being a bully, says Ronnie Ann. What your brother did, Eddie, was completely unforgivable, says Ray. What a jerk, says Lincoln. That's horrible, says Lola. What a monster, says Lana. Eddie's brother is not even allowed to be called a Homo sapien. Street name human being, says Lisa. You got him, Lisa. I'm so sorry that happened to all three of you, says Lily. Yeah, but the worst part came next, says Ed. The Kinkers kidnapped us and took us into Eddie's brother's mobile home and glued the door shut and started torturing us. Jimmy, Sarah, Johnny 2x4, Kevin, Wolf, and Naz tried to rescue us, and they almost succeeded, but the Kankers tied us all up. But at the last second, Eddie's brother came and saved us. He did love Eddie, and the police was called. Says Ed. Boy, you guys narrowly escaped having to endure a fate worse than death. Is that supposed to be the rape? I say. Those cankers were monsters, and they make Adela the Hun look like a cute kitten. Who the hell is Adela the Hun? Says Laney. That's a good analogy, Laney, says Ed. Okay. Sarah's sad with us. I'm glad those stupid cankers got what they deserved. So what? Was it so when you all were tied up, it was implied that the cankers were going to attempt to rape you, and that's why they were arrested for attempted rape? Or did you just assume that? I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't like it. I gotta keep reading. You must be Sarah, Ed's little sister, I say. That's right. Well, were you talking about what happened to my friends and Big Brother? Asks Sarah. Yes, we were, Sarah. Sarah is in my class, says Lucy. Thanks for telling us. It's a pleasure to meet you, says Marie. What can you tell us about your friends in Peach Creek? I ask. Well, there's Johnny. He always talks to a piece of wood named plank, says Eddie. Inanimate object communication is a way to prevent social phobias, says Lisa. Thanks, Lisa. Lisa, you are very smart for someone your age, says Ed. Lisa is the genius in my family, says Lincoln. Then there's Kevin. He's a total jerk. All he cared about was his bike. His father has a job at the Jawbreaker factory, and he has a garage full of jawbreakers, says Eddie. Wow, that's a lot of jawbreakers, I say. Naz is a beautiful and extremely kind and lovely girl. She's an angel from heaven, says Ed. She sounds like a very nice girl. This is not important. You don't need to say this. You don't need to repeat everything they say. Jesus. I'm sorry. Then there's Rolf. He was from another country and he had a farm with chickens, pigs, cows, and Victor, who is a goat, says Eddie. I sure would like him, says Liam. His chickens were very cuddly, says Ed. You sure like chickens, Ed, says Nana. That's the first fucking thing he said regarding chickens. And like, oh, you must like chickens, Ed. Oh, that must be one of your main character traits. This is insane. I love chickens, Lana. Well, way to prove her right, says Ed. Then there's Jimmy. He's my best friend. He loves doing all sorts of things with me, says Sarah. Sounds like you two were very close, I say. We were, but our moms moved us here to get us away from the past. Sick. I'm, I'm glad all the Eds' parents decided to move at the same time to the same place, to the same neighborhood. I guess I said same place already. Then there's Jimmy. Oops, my bad. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry we reopened old wounds like this, but we want to do everything we can to help you. That's what friends are for, I say. Thank you, guys, says Eddie. The bell rang, and it was time for the next class. What? How are you? Wait, so you guys were eating at the same school? Some of you are teenagers, right? I mean, Lori wasn't there, but I know apparently JD goes to Lori's school. Whatever, dude. Um, On the walk back home, Ed, Sarah, Ed, and Eddie showed us where they lived. We live in those houses over there, says Eddie. Eddie pointed to three houses across the street from the loud house. How convenient. The green one is my house, says Ed. The red one is my house, says Ed, with two D's. And the blue one is my house, says Eddie. Wow, you guys live right next door to each other, I say. How convenient. That's cool, says Ray. Let me introduce you to our parents, says Ed. Ed took us to meet his parents at his house. Mom, Dad, asks Ed. In the kitchen, son, says an unknown person. In the kitchen, we meet Ed. Ed's mom, Angela, and Ed's dad, Tim. Mom, these are my friends. We met them at school today, says Ed. It's a pleasure to meet you all, says Angela. I'm Angela, and this is my husband, Tim. Pleasure to meet you. I'm James Knudsen, local awesome guy. But my friends all call me JD. And my family moved here from Royal Woods, to Royal Woods 6 months ago. I guess it's been 6 months. I say, I'm Marie. JD's my fiance. We won't be married until we turn 25. Why? Why 25? I can understand waiting till like 18 because then you're adults, or 21 because that's like really adulthood, but 25 is specific. Who cares? Congratulations, you two, says Angela. Thank you, I say. I'm Lincoln Loud. I live across the street from you, says Lincoln. It's a pleasure to meet you, says Tim. At Ed's house, Ed had us remove our shoes. Why do we have to remove our shoes, Double D? Well, that's a funny thing, JD. It's called manners. It's called courtesy, right? Typically, I think it's a golden rule: do unto others what you would want to be done unto you. And assuming you don't want people trudging mud and dirt all throughout your house, your mansion, my bad, you would ask them to take off your shoes, much like what you're doing here. Anyways, whew, Double D likes being very tidy and clean, says Eddie. Oh, I get it. I respect that, Double D, I say. We move our shoes and come inside. Mother, father, asks Ed. In the bedroom upstairs, son. Be right down, calls an unseen voice. We then met Ed's parents, Carla and Leonard. Mother, father, you know Ed and Eddie. I have more friends over from school, says Ed, with two D's. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Carla, and this is my husband, Leonard, says Carla. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm James Knudsen, but call me JD. Oh, this is pissing me off. He's gonna go through each and every fucking house. I guess we're already halfway. Me and my family moved here 6 months ago. I'm free. I'm JD's fiance. We won't be married until we're 25. My name's Lincoln Loud. I live across the street. It's a pleasure to meet you all. We usually aren't home most of the time, so we communicate via sticky notes, says Leonard. I can see that. You guys got tons of sticky notes plastered all over the place, I say. It's a tradition we have, says Carla. At Eddie's house, came in in the living room. We came in, and in the living room, Eddie introduced us to his parents, Jack and Jessica. Mom, you know Ed and Double D. These are more friends. It's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure. I'm Jack, Eddie's father, says Jack. I'm Jessica. It's a pleasure, says Jessica. Pleasure's ours. I'm James Knudsen, but call me JD. Me and my family moved here 6 months ago. I'm Marie, JD's fiance. The marriage won't be official until we're 25. Wow, way to mix it up, Marie. I'm Lincoln Loud. I live across the street from you. Ooh, and why stop there, right? Why not have every character introduce themselves just like this? I do not care if it's realistic. I do not care if that's how it works. This is annoying. I don't want to read this, but I will. Whew. Oh, we're at the end. I'm Lincoln Loud. I live across the street from you, says Lincoln. Eddie's a great guy. I can tell we're going to be best friends, I say. This was the beginning of a beautiful friendship. The end. Another fanfiction complete. I wanted to make Ed, and Eddie apart. Not a space part, apart, one word, which is to be kept apart from kept away, right? Whatever. Bad grammar is really just, what do you expect with this? Uh, a part of the series and include them in many adventures to come. Can't wait. Until next time, this is JD signing off. Ed, and Eddie is owned by Danny and Tanusi and Cartoon Network. Hope you enjoyed watching, listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.